Hello guys, today we'll be learning what is Unix and we'll see the basic architecture of Unix. Then we'll see the some of the basic architecture components like kernel, shell, some basic commands and files and directories. Then we'll go ahead with the install Oracle Linux 8.6 version installation on Oracle VirtualBox by creating a virtual machine. Let's start with the basic Unix. Let's start with what is Unix. What is Unix? The Unix operating system is a set of programs that act as a link between the computer and the user. The computer programs that allocate the system resources and coordinate all the details of the computer's internals is called as operating system or the kernel. Users communicate with kernel through a program known as shell. The shell is a command line interpreter. It translates commands entered by the user and converts them into a language that is understood by the kernel. Unix was originally developed in 1969 by a group of AT&T employees, Ken Thompson, Dennis Ritchie, Douglas McClary, and Joe Osana at Bell Labs. There are various Unix variants available in the market like Solaris Unix, AIX, HP Unix, Linux, and Linux has many variants like Ubuntu, Kali Linux, CentOS, Fedora, and many other things. Unix is a multi-user system. A user can also run multiple programs at the same time. Hence, Unix is a multitasking environment. So coming to the basic architecture of the Unix system, so here is our hardware over which there is a kernel, over which is a shell through which we interact with the kernel. Then then comes the applications. So let's see what is kernel. Kernel is the heart of the operating system. It interacts with the hardware. Then shell is the utility that processes your request. When you type in a command at your terminal, the shell interprets the commands and calls the program that you want. Different shells are C shell, bash which is called as bound shell, and then corn shell which is KSH. The most famous shells in almost all Unix variants. Some of the basic commands and utilities are who, which gives you the who all are logged in. Then ID, it gives the user ID with which you log in. Uname gives the Unix variant type, and many other options. Every command has multiple options with the command. So we can say uname -r. Then comes the host name. Host name is a command which gives us the host name of the server or the Linux name. Then comes the date. Date gives the current date and time. Then head is a command which we can fire it on the text files where the first 10 lines or 20 lines would be displayed. Tail is like we can get the last 10-20 lines, or we have multiple options there with tail and head commands, which will give us the number of lines we want display on the display. Then comes a find. It's used to find the files. Locate, this also works similarly. Then comes the CP. CP means copy. Copy is like just CP copying a file from here to the other location. MV is moving. Cat is used to read the files. Once we do a cat of a text file, then it will simply throw the output on the display of your monitor. Grep is like a filtering command for which can be used in any of these commands like head, tail, find, locate, cat, MV, CP. Everywhere we can use a grep, and these are the few examples of commands and utilities. All the commands come along with various options, files and directories. All the data of Unix is organized into files. All files are then organized into directories. These directories are further organized into tree-like structure called the file system. So guys, these are above was some basic stuff of Unix. So now we'll download Oracle Linux, and then I already have the VirtualBox installed. We'll create a virtual machine, then we'll install Oracle Linux on that virtual machine. So let me show from where you can download the Linux. So Oracle, we can search Oracle eDelivery, and we can go to edelivery.oracle.com. You need to sign in. You can just create a user and you can sign in. So my user and password are already saved. I'll sign in. So here we can search for Oracle Linux. Sorry, the version of Oracle Linux we are going to install is 7.6. This why 7.6 is it's already stable version, and we on this will be continuing to install Oracle 19c with ASM. So this is a stable version where we get all the required RPMs for Oracle installation. So we have selected 7.6. So once we selected that, we can see the items here in cart, or else you can just hit continue. It will take you to the next page where it gives this thing. Then you need to select the version. So I am taking 64-bit now, then hit continue. Need to agree to their terms. So here in this we don't need all of them. So in this we would need only this one ISO file. We can untick all these. We'd be needing only this one ISO file. Then we can hit download, and our download starts. Okay, so once the download completes, we'll continue with the next with VM creation and other things in the next class. Thank you.